Did you really think the Sims team would let this month go by without a new stuff pack? It seems someone woke them up when September ended, and as a result, we have The Sims 4 Spooky Stuff, the 4th stuff pack for the game. This time around, it's a very straightforward, easy to understand theme, Halloween. Except it's not, because The Sims, so it's Spooky Day instead. And even though there are still no seasons in the game, dang it, you can go ahead and decorate your homes and lots accordingly and just pretend. There are just shy of 40 new Create-A-Sim items to apply to your Sims, most of which are holiday appropriate. Pirates, Romans, zombies, and fairies, skeletons, witches, ninjas, pumpkin heads minus the revenge. It's a pretty decent assortment, really, and you get stuff for both adults and children, although the quantity is backwards if you ask me. I guess I would just expect to see more variety for kids' costumes instead of adults. I mean, I dressed up as a SimCity 2000 box for Halloween when I was 8 years old, but I don't see that option here. Lack of DOS game outfits aside, there are a little over 30 new build mode things to plop down and simulate the non-existent season. You get some spooky lights, a spooky curtain, spooky tables, spooky jack-o'-lanterns, spooky candy bowls, spooky lamps, a spooky skelly bear, spooky ghost lights, spooky hologram pots, spooky headstones, spooky spiders and spider webs, spooky portraits that change faces spookily, a spooky chair and spooky sofa, a spooky rug, and 5 spooky wallpaper patterns. You also get a pumpkin carving table, which ties in with the handiness skill and lets you carve jack-o'-lanterns of various shapes, designs, and colors. You can then light these up or just stomp on them. Stomping is more fun. Oh, and the candy bowl is pretty neat in a gimmicky way. It'll do things to scare your Sims and stress them out. Nothing too drastic, it's not gonna punch them in the balls or anything, but it's silly fun. There's also a few spooky recipes to cook up, though sadly these aren't concocted in a steaming, bubbling witch's brew and are instead made using mass-produced consumer kitchen appliances. To top off the atmosphere, you have a new radio station for appropriately spooky music, and lastly, there's a new party type, Spooky Party. Wahoo! Does anyone actually enjoy these? Because I know I couldn't care less. It's the same exact thing as the costume party you already had, except this time you can do things like perform tricks or treats on people, discuss costumes, and stare at static objects. And I don't know what the deal was, but I was never able to pull one off successfully. It always ran out of time before I did enough arbitrary interactions, and then everyone got depressed. I know The Sims 4's big party trick, pun intended, is performing multiple social interactions at once, so parties are the obvious way to exploit that. But do they really need to take this obvious approach so freaking often? Parties don't even work that well in my experience, and half the time you can't get Sims to do what you want them to anyway because they're too busy doing 3 things at once that you didn't tell them to. Well anyway, minor rant aside, is this spooky stuff pack worth buying? As usual, they cost $10, so yeah, I don't know. I do like the stuff on offer this time, and I appreciate that it's a clear-cut, easy-to-understand idea for a pack, instead of something vague like cool kitchen stuff that hardly includes anything cool for your kitchen. Even though without the autumn season it feels a bit empty, Halloween is awesome, and I find these things charming. Yeah, that stuff is cheesy and dumb, but I still like it. The problem for me is that other than the month of October, I don't exactly keep this stuff around in my house, and I don't in my Sims game either. So by its very nature, the appeal of this pack is limited to a season, which doesn't even exist yet in The Sims 4. But then, Halloween stuff in real life is limited to seasons too, and I always look forward to going out and buying up some new horrifying crap every year. By that logic, spooky stuff is probably not going to get much use from me year-round, but it is right now, and I'm kinda glad it's there for the month of October. I don't know, I guess it just makes sense to me to make holidays into their own packs because they fill the exact same role as overpriced holiday junk you find in every retail store in the country this time of year. And like all those tchotchkes, I know I'm getting ripped off and this'll probably just get packed up in a few weeks until next year, but sometimes I just want to let that go and surround myself with some grimacing pumpkins and paranormal paintings. Did you think I forgot Ralph? Nope. Sorry, buddy, but this 4th stuff pack means you lose your 4th body part. I hope you weren't too attached to that leg. Hey, did you like this video? Then maybe you'd like some others that I've done. A lot of Sims videos, lots more are coming in the future, so you can subscribe to be notified whenever those occur. And you can also just follow and interact with me on Twitter and Facebook in the meantime, as well as support the show on Patreon if you would like to do so and see videos early and whatnot. And as always, thank you very much for watching.